hello there and welcome. And I'm so glad you tuned us in today. We are busy as always, and I hope you'll find a way to stay with us. I have right here with me a very special person. Rebecca Keener is here. She is an author and a communicator par excellence, and you do television, and you have a book.
I have a book. I don't know about the communicator per excellence.
I think so.
My family might disagree with that. But thank you for those kind words.
But you're a very pretty communicator.
Oh, thank you.
And thank you for coming.
Thank you. It's wonderful to be here.
What we're going to talk about, of course, is marriage and motherhood and the marvelous madness of motherhood. And anybody who has ever been a mother or taken care of a family knows, it can be madness.
It sure can. It sure can.
But this is wonderful.
Oh, thank you.
I guess the truth of the matter is, nobody has ever told you how difficult it can be.
If your mother told you how crazy things would get, there may not be any more repopulation of the just say, forget it, I can't do it.
So Rebecca, what I know that you are very experienced in lecture and writing, and you have part of the Christian View television. Tell us about it.
Oh, it has just been such a wonderful experience to be a part of the Christian View, which airs on Channel 57, this station's sister station out of Atlanta, as well as some other stations. And we've been going, we're in our third season, and just been really blessed to win some awards and have some recognition out with the media. Recently, we won the Rice Award in Atlanta at Downtown City Hall, and one of our competitors in our category of Best in Media was Channel 2, WSB. And so we just really felt very, very blessed, very humbled that we would be recognized among that level of media. So, we've been really grateful for that. But there's 5 of us that serve on a panel, and we just talk about current issues. And the byline for the show is taking today's hot topics and weighing them against the Word of God, because God has a view. So we take things that are happening currently in the media, and we look at it from a biblical perspective, and just kind of give our thoughts about what is God thinking about this. And he does have some thoughts about it.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, he does.
And I love this, the marvelous madness of motherhood. That's adorable.
Thank you.
I love the cover.
Oh.
Now, is this
You
available?
can relate to that, because see, this is you probably with your microphone and
the
holding
microphone
a baby.
and the family and everybody. We're trying to balance everything.
Oh, yes.
And you want to do a good job with everything you do.
Right.
You know.
I used to say when my kids were smaller that I could do anything in media or communication, in my work, in my career. It only took 5 times longer with children. You can get it done. It's just going to take a little bit longer.
It's a planning ahead of time.
That's right.
Yeah. So what do you want to address now that we're here together?
Well, one thing that's really been on my heart this morning is just encouraging that mom who's out there today to press past disappointments and failures and difficult seasons. Just not to give up and not to feel like they're a failure. You know, when I wrote this book, I wrote it kind of thinking about the mom in the grocery store with the baby in the front and the toddler in the back, and both are screaming and wanting something off the shelf, and the mom just being frenzied and saying, I just want to get my groceries and get out of here.
We've all been there.
We've all been there. And, it's in that season, especially when children are smaller. And I wrote this book when my youngest was 2. He's 14 now. And I wrote it for the mom just to encourage them to just press past those seasons. You feel like oftentimes you're stuck in a season and it's always going to be like this. And, you know, I'm always going to be changing diapers. I'm always going to be dealing with tantrums. I'm always going to be dealing with sports and the soccer games and the basketball games and all of the, you know, tedious things that go into motherhood. But you know what? Those seasons of our life, as you would say also as a voice of wisdom, they're fleeting.
Oh.
They go by so fast.
And then all of a sudden,
Yeah.
you think what you would give
Oh, yeah.
to have one afternoon of some of that madness.
Yeah.
You know.
And noise.
And noise. The door slamming and the books thrown on the table and
Yeah. Right. And I do spend a lot of, because we have 3 boys, and they're messy. Boys can be messy, as my mom's with boys watching today know. But you just have to learn to loosen up a little bit, not feel like you've got to have everything just perfect. I know when I grew up, I used to pore over Southern Living magazines and Better Homes and Gardens, and I would look at the houses and I'd think, oh, that's exactly how I want my house. I want it to look like that. I want it just perfect. And that's not life, is it?
no, it isn't.
Yeah.
It isn't.
And so I've learned to just try to loosen up a little bit and let things go and enjoy life and laugh. That's important.
All right, so the message of your book, then, is an outreach to women,
Yes.
especially,
Yes.
to tell them that this too will pass. And in the
Yes.
meantime, grab every little bit of joy you can.
That's
and
right.
share.
Oh, yeah.
Share. I think we've forgotten how to talk to each other.
Oh, yes, because we're always like this on the cell phone. We're on the computer. We've lost the art of that eye-to-eye communication. I think that's one of the things that my grandmother taught me. You know, in South Georgia, she was a farmer's wife, lived on a dirt road, and you could see company coming down the road by the plume of dust, and she would say, cut off the TV, company's coming. You know, that's what she would say. And so we would give all of our attention and all of our time to that person, and I learned a lot through that. And I think that's one of the messages of my book, is to find an older woman who can speak into your life at the season you're in and try to glean as much information, as much wisdom as you can out of that wisdom that they can give you.
So this book is mainly aimed at young mothers and young brides and young girls?
You know, I think it's a great gift. Through the years, I've had people give it for shower gifts and young brides. That's true. But I've also had a lot of grandmothers who have read it as well. There's a whole chapter in there on how to raise your children with respect. And I know grandmothers can have a great impact on bringing up that next generation and them knowing how to be respectful, teaching them how to make eye contact and to shake hands and say yes ma'am and no sir. And also there's a chapter in there on being a spiritual mom, or someone who can kind of be that, as I said, a voice of wisdom to the younger generation and help them to know, you know, life is fleeting, and enjoy every single season, every single moment. I say that about moms who bring home newborn babies. You know, when you smell a newborn baby, they just smell like heaven, you know, if they don't have a dirty diaper.
Yeah.
If they have a dirty diaper, it's a different story. But, you know, they're miraculous. And everything slows down with the baby. Have you found that to be true? That
I
it's
thought
just,
about it. I guess so.
Yeah, things just, I don't know, it's almost a very sacred time when a baby is really small. And if we're always in that mode as moms saying, oh, I wish they'd hurry up and walk. I wish they'd hurry up and get to school. I wish they'd hurry up. And we spend all of our motherhood doing that.
And then they're gone.
Yes.
And then you think, oh, what I'd give to have
Yeah.
one of those moments back.
Yes, that's exactly right. I had a moment one time with my oldest son, who's in graduate school now. And I was at home with him, and we were walking out in the woods, and I was having one of those really frumpy mom days where I had on sweats and no makeup. and we were walking in the woods, and we lived on a golf course, and I looked across the golf course, and there were all these women, business women, bankers, all from the town we lived in, playing golf, laughing together. They were having a luncheon together after their golf game. And I stood there for a moment holding my 3-year-old's hands. And as I looked across the woods, in my heart, I almost resented being that stay-at-home mom, which is a luxury if you get to stay at home. I've done both. I've worked outside the home, and then I've been a stay-at-home mom as well. But I just felt that resentment of, oh, I just wish I could be out there with them. And all of a sudden, my little 3-year-old looks up at me and he says, "Thank you for spending so much time with me, Mommy." I've never forgotten that to this day.
Of course not. That's a magic moment.
Yes, it was. And it was a lesson for me that I'll never forget.
Yeah. So, and even if you are out there in the business world or holding down a job, and many times you don't have a choice. You have to do that.
And I've been in that
and
place.
still be a mother.
Yes.
What do you think that is the best way to approach that? The marvelous madness of motherhood.
Yeah.
Now, but if you are responsible for other children.
Yes, we may have
young
some single
children.
moms watching today.
What is your advice how do you balance?
Yes. Well, as a person of faith, I believe prayer, prayer, prayer. And I said just a moment ago to one of your guests who I met here at the station, who shared with me that she's widowed, I said, you know, our single moms in our country are the heroes of our country, because they are juggling so much. They're dealing with so much, the pressure. I worked as a women's ministry pastor for Free Chapel in Gainesville, Georgia for 9 years, and a marriage pastor. And I just always loved so much our single moms, because they taught me so much about resilience and strength and just pressing through when things seem to just be at the very end and I cannot take anymore, and where are the resources going to come from? And they would just press through that season and come out on the other side of it a better person. And so I would say that for any single mom or any mom who's working outside the home. You work inside the home or you work outside the home, or you do both. I had recently a job that was many times 50 hours a week, and so it's a delicate balance.
Very difficult, but it is doable.
It is.
And you managed to do it along with prayer.
Yeah. And rest. You got to rest.
The marvelous madness of motherhood, and it is available.
Yes, it is.
In bookstores.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Yes, it is.
Will you come back and share more with us another time?
I would love it. That'd be awesome.
God love you.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming
Peggy.
so very much.
It's an honor.
Rebecca Keener, we'll be right back.